You're listening to Mike James Rock Show with Dan and Mike.
Hello.
Hello.
We're the Mike James Rock Show.
You might have heard of us.
You might have listened to us, but the only time they could really see us before this point was when we were doing interviews. We have decided to change that. Today is the day we change that. We're bringing our show to YouTube.
Just without the music bit.
Yeah, no. So this man every week goes through probably hundreds and hundreds of emails.
It's very true.
We skim it down to a 2-hour show that has a couple of features and the interviews that we've been posting on our channel for like the last 15 years or since we had a YouTube. So yeah, we have decided that what we're going to do, instead of risking getting our channel shut down by playing other people's music, we are going to link all the music we talk about in the description below. We're just going to basically talk about our show.
Well, yeah, that's what we're here to do, basically, because we've just finished recording it.
So we kicked off this week's show with Mimi Barks and Montana.
Yes, featuring horror with the nines.
Which, if you've been listening to our show, you would know that this man loves horror.
I do.
Yeah, it's that crossover shit that works for you.
100%.
And so we then, and this is the artwork I'm going to focus on for this particular set of ours.
Artwork.
And that was Siamese with Predator.
That is a good piece of art, that.
Yeah. For once, we can actually, this is our first time in about 15 years of being able to talk about artwork and know that it's going up here. So, very, very, very pleased. And
artwork here, links here.
And then we had Breed 77 with their track Outside.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually, might dig it out and do a little short of it or something like that. Because one of our first ever interviews together, where I was recording Mike, was with Breed 77 before they went on hiatus. So a little bit of nostalgia them coming back, and the track is sick.
And their UK tour, their main support act is Seething Akira.
Nice. So that is what we got coming up for you. We're going to do a little cut to some of the highlights of what is happening on the show, because we have the best time recording this show, and we want to show you why we have the best time. So I'm going to hit some credits right now.
Okay. Come on in, everyone's welcome here at the Mike James Rock Show.
Oh, you know they are. We are looking back on our shit
and getting hype ready, getting ready for next weekend's slamdunk.
So you could even call this our slamdunk pre-show.
Yes, the warm-up show.
Yeah.
Stank face. Oh! We also have another feature which we're about to do right now.
It's time for this week's Track of the Week in association with Ramsey.
What have we got?
The band are called 3-Force.
I hope they have 3 members.
3-Force. The track is called Masks Off.
Masks Off.
And they are signed to one of our favourite labels, Fixed. F-I-X-T.
So that was our Track of the Week in association with Ramsey.
Oh, I do love that kind of style of music. It's proper.
Yeah, no, and just to quickly explain for people that don't know what our Track of the Week with Ramsey is, basically they are somebody that do very similar to us. They've got a fantastic online magazine. They send photographers to a lot of gigs, which we love.
Lots of reviews and things.
Exactly. Yeah. And we like their opinion on music. We get sent, obviously, there's not the biggest sort of amount of people that you can send a track to when you're trying to service it as a PR or as a solo band. So we tend to get the same stuff, and then we can have a little chat with somebody else that does similar to what we do, is what we think is a good track of the week.
There you go.
Yeah. And that...
Insider information.
You know it. And that leads us on to the next little set that we had, which was led out by ZETRA and The Mirror. This was a bit of a heavier set, wasn't it?
It was, very much so, for the metalheads.
Then we had COBRA the Impaler with, I don't know if you can tell I'm looking off screen, because I can't remember 20 tracks at a time properly. One time I tried to do that on Twitter and I really upset Stone Broken, but that's a story for another time. So we had Cobra the Impaler with The Message. And then the chosen artwork of this particular set, that's going to be right here, is ELVELLON with the
Links here.
with the Aftermath of Life. Thank you, my glamorous assistant.
Thank you very much.
So that was our little set 2. So we're actually going to break to something now that we've never done before. This is specifically for this show. We've decided that we're going to do the news.
Welcome to the MJRS News. Breaking news just in. Lorna Shore announced a North American tour with Sanguisugabog, Kubla Khan TX and Whitechapel. It's good to see that Lorna Shore are going to be playing Pain Remains in full on this tour.
Environmental agencies have been warned of the possibility of deathcore and hardcore related earthquakes along that particular tour. Mm-hmm. In festival news, we have that Tech 9 and Alex Terrible joined Falling in Reverse on stage for their crushing collaboration with Ronald. Ooh, it went down rather well.
It's good to see he's got some work after leaving McDonald's. In other news, Led Zeppelin have announced that they are coming to theatres later this year. I don't know if that's the band or if they're actually a movie about them, but they're coming to theatres.
And finally, the man who has sewn so many patches to his jacket he has now achieved 300% coverage, has said that in the winter, it's warm. So I'm not even joking. When earlier today on Facebook, because I'm that type of age where Facebook is still one of the main social medias I use, I was doing a little scrolly scroll, and I saw somebody that had put together their own patch jacket, and we're trying to sell it for £250.
What was so special about the said patch jacket that it warranted £250 label on it?
I will give the guy his due. It was genuinely well sewed. He had done some fantastic stitch work on that.
Okay.
And very, very classic, battle cut-off jacket. I'm just not sure £250 is exactly how much I would pay for something that, because I've made a couple of patch jackets in my time.
It depends on how much you pay for the patches.
This is the thing. So let us know in the comments whether you think that £250 is a good price to pay for a patch jacket pre-made, where you don't get to choose the bands, you don't have to do any of the sewing, you don't get any needles.
I'd want to choose the bands.
Well, that's the weird thing. That's the bit I didn't get. I was like, wait, they're meant to be like a badge of pride.
Yeah, exactly. It shows that you're a fan.
Yeah, and so I couldn't really work out, but then again, you do it right, and it could be the perfect jacket for somebody, So, anyways.
We digress. That's what we do on the Mike Jones Rock Show.
We've got more time to talk now as well, which is wonderful. Hi, Mike.
What's up?
Shall we do set 3?
Yeah.
Which
started off with a live track.
Yes, from Glastonbury.
You might have heard of Glastonbury. It's quite a big festival.
Is it
just up the road?
Is it the biggest in the world, or does the Rio festivals beat that one out?
I think Rio's a lot bigger.
Yeah,
but Glastonbury is a 5-day camping. You don't camp in Rio. You just turn up to the beach and recently bop away to Madonna by the sounds of it.
I mean, I probably would if she visited somewhere near me. I'm just saying, music tastes beyond rock and metal.
I'll say that Ricky Martin enjoyed it, that's for sure. Those that know.
So that was The Who on at Glastonbury, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
With TATAR Warrior.
Correct.
I actually have a little story about The Who. One of the last bands I watched before the pandemic hit. I think, if not the last band I watched.
Because it was going to be Testament, because we did the interview and then we decided the gig's not going to happen.
Because it was when The Who had the Fire from the Gods supporting them.
Who had? Yes, they did.
And so, that was one of the last shows I watched before the pandemic. The other one was Thomas Nicholas with you. Our friend Thomas Nicholas. Thomas Nicholas Band, in fact.
There you go.
Yeah. After The Who, we had the artwork choice.
Artwork here, links here.
I'm genuinely grateful to you for doing that. I'm
Like, subscribe, and notification bell. Please. Do share as well.
Yeah, no, we need it. Like, genuinely.
Like, subscribe, notification bell. Ping, artwork.
So this is... this is Visions of Atlantis with Pirates 2 Armada.
That's the name of the album, yeah.
Yeah, and also the artwork. We played just the track Armada. So it's all in a nice little package. And after that, we had Scruffy Bear with Selfish Dreamer.
That was cool. That was very reminiscent of last week's show with Fu Manchu on.
Yes.
Which you can get over on our Mixcloud channel, because past shows are up there for your audible listening pleasure.
I mean, unless you're watching this a couple of years after it's posted, and then shame on you.
Relevant.
Yeah.
Checking the title, it does say 2022.
Anyway, right. So we did basically a slam dunk festival warm-up show, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, because we're there next week, or this week.
And not only are we going to run some highlights now, again, but this is from Slam Dunk last year, including some of the interviews that are as yet not posted to YouTube. So we're going to post those this week as well.
Sneaky peek. A sneaky peek.
Indeed. And then make sure that you stay tuned, because we are going to post all of the interviews that we didn't last year right now.
Like, subscribe, notification bell.
And I'm pretty confident this is your first time back in the UK since the pandemic. Is that correct?
Yeah, first time in the UK for 5 years.
And you've already played here at Slam Dunk. How was the show here at the South venue?
Take it. Show was great.
Yeah?
Like, better than could be expected.
Oh, that's good to
Really
know.
fun. The crowd was awesome. We had such a good time. Can't wait till tomorrow.
Nice.
And you guys are headlining the entire thing.
Well, no, Offspringer had. Oh yeah, we are. That's right.
Headlining the entire
Yeah,
thing.
but Offspring are playing post headliner.
Yeah, they're doing a deadline slot.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, okay, that's what that's called. Okay, perfect, perfect.
Hey, it's Tony from Dragged Under.
Like we didn't know that already. Welcome to
It's
the
right here in the title.
Yeah, yeah. Right underneath. Or in this corner. Or that corner. Or that corner.
Watch another video. Subscribe.
Talk show, and I'm now with award-winning band The Covey.
Hello.
As of last night.
I know.
we were nothing until last night.
Now you've got an award, you're set for life.
Just want to get out there and get the new music into
Absolutely,
as many
man.
ears
Yeah,
as possible.
we don't want there to really be much downtime at all once this record is out. We want to just push it as hard as we possibly can.
No, that's cool. Happy days. Well, thanks very much for taking some time to
Thank
join
you,
us
man.
here.
Okay. But that was last year. I can't wait to make this year's highlight reel.
We've got to fill it for the highlights first, man.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly put up the lineup here, and just so that you can see, we actually, as long as everything goes all right, we have at least one band from every stage. So that's kind of cool.
At the time of recording,
At the
this
time of
little,
recording.
YouTube thing.
So hopefully all of those go ahead, but that's the fun of the press area, is you never actually know.
We might get some added. We might get some taken away.
Yeah. I mean, Slam Dunk is where I was not booked to interview Sum 41. I went by myself because this man was not able to come with me, and ended up doing Sum 41, to which I got the usual amount of swearing when things like this happen, because I do sort of the annoying thing from time to time at festivals. Don't mention Bloodstock and Arch Enemy. Awkward. Anyway, so we had the Slam Dunk stuff. We're going to do this more Slam Dunk stuff.
All week, basically.
Yeah, and then essentially we're going to do a press area show next week. We're not going to have the background or anything like that. You're going to see what we actually do the last few years when we're at festivals, and we do everything there, because it does create quite a different show.
It does indeed.
So that's also going to be basically a little showcase of the interviews that we'll probably post in the week of the show.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I think I said show enough.
It's going to be a good show next week.
Yeah, good show. So we had, I'm going to make Mike pronounce it, because apparently I don't pronounce it correctly. So who did we have after?
Charlotte Wiesel with Exorcism.
Then we had Candy with You Will Never Get Me.
And we always make the same joke about they are the sweetest band around. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll see if I can get a sound effect in post for that one.
Boom, boom.
It either worked or it didn't. I don't know at this stage. Anyway.
They're also one of the hardest bands to find on social media.
Yeah, no.
Can be.
Yeah, no. Yeah. And if the PR doesn't include it in the press release, then that is genuinely hard work sometimes. Trying to just tag them so that them know that we've played their track. So they're tagged below, by the way, as is every track that we're talking about. We've got a playlist of this week's show available below, or you can go in and find the individual tracks, basically making it really, really easy for you guys to access the music that we've played, because whilst we love talking and spending time with each other, it's actually about the bands that we play and being able to promote your new music. It's why we've been doing it for so long, otherwise it would get a bit boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it new, keep it fresh.
Thanks, mate.
From OGs to newbies.
So, yes, you can check everything out below, and there's links to the other places that we are as well, such as our Mixcloud, as Mike said. Especially if you don't want to pay for YouTube Premium, which allows you to listen to things as you drive. Our Mixcloud show is for you.
And it's fire.
It is. It is.
Even if we do say so ourselves.
Well, why would we be doing it if we didn't think that?
Exactly.
Arrogant moment over. So we've mentioned a couple of times that we've done the rock show for a very long time. It's about 17 years for you and about 15 years for me.
I used to have hair.
I dug out on the hidden YouTube videos. You won't be able to find this because I definitely delisted it. A little download blog from over 10 years ago. And he's actually headbanging with a head full of hair. It's like this wild.
Going for it to Bullet, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, to Bullet. And then Slipknot straight afterwards. It was that long ago.
Well, I'd say straight afterwards, but it's always a good hour's wait, isn't it?
Which I think we did in the rain without moving, because we may have been on a little bit of the rock show fuel at that point.
God, those were the days.
Yeah, no, there's a reason why that blog got taken down, is because a lot of it was done drunk, and neither of us drink anymore. So
because it's not good for our mental health.
Yes. Which leads us on to something else. We're not attacking drinking, by the way. You do you. We drank and had fun for years. It just didn't work out in the end that was going to be the way that we had fun moving forward. And mental health is the reason why. We've done quite a few interviews over the years. There's a whole story that we're going to tell in another episode that isn't a slam dunk warm-up show, our first episode on YouTube. And I need to prepare the footage for it anyway. Where we started a much bigger journey into mental health, interviewing, focusing on songs that we could post for people, and genuinely trying to give people a couple of hours of just our friendship to listen to when they're doing a struggle, because a couple of people did mention over the years that it helped them through some dark times listening to us waffle to each other.
Some light-hearted entertainment, some metal. What more do you need?
Well, probably band har. We try our best at that, because we've genuinely been friends now. I worked this out the other day. About 21 years, I think.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Again, I used to have hair.
You really did. So if you come across to our social media, you'll always find the numbers that I'm now going to post here. It's the main ones for the UK and America. Feel free to let me know in the comments if there's numbers that I should be posting to make sure that when we do these sorts of moments, that the message is out there. But we will just be generally talking about mental health on the way forward, because that's what we do on the show.
Yeah. We talk to you. It's good to talk.
Yeah, and like I can genuinely tell you that this makes me really happy, because we even did years ago a bit of a mental health blog. It was me with him helping me in the background, and we just decided to incorporate it into the show instead. And it's been awesome since then. We've managed to do some very, very, very cool interviews, which... at some point when we're not busy with a festival, we're going to bring to this YouTube show and make sure that they're linked so that you can watch what we've done in the past, because band members got some good stuff to say, man.
Like recently you spoke with, was it Blue Nation?
Yes.
They literally only did, 3 interviews, and one of those was just before you at CNN.
Yeah, no, I was so happy with that. CNN in America and My James Rock Show. But they work with the Samaritans, which is one of the numbers that we post.
Yeah.
That's for the UK, and then we've got the 1-800 number for America. And like I say, let me know if there's numbers that we should also add to that list. They'll always be posted in stuff like the bios and descriptions, all that sort of stuff, because genuinely care about that. I am now going to move things on so I don't end up just saying the same thing over and over again, because I know it's still like my heart rate still goes up when I talk about mental health. And like,
just remember, you are loved.
Thanks. It's
Not by
actually
me,
true.
but he lies. He lies. Can't wait to get back in that little tent. Only a couple of weeks.
Anyway,
you're not joining me. You've got your own. I was trying to change the subject, but you went all the other way.
Well, I will just say set 5.
Yes.
Started with Fox Lake.
Yeah.
And Saviour.
Or Fox Lane, as I called it on the show.
We keep our mistakes in because we did like 10 years on being on an actual live station. And we had more fun when we had mistakes than doing a perfect show.
It's only human.
Exactly.
Like we always shout about the fact that our show is anti-algorithm. Well, we're not anti-algorithm. We just don't think an algorithm of any sort, AI or whatever, could put together three songs in a row that are completely different but still in the same umbrella.
Well, this is a good example because Fox Lake and Saviour was followed by From Fall to Spring.
Yeah.
Which I really like because they remind me of Linkin Park. And they're my artwork feature for this link as well.
Artwork links.
Because it looks like sci-fi stuff and that always catches my interest. And then we had a very, very like sort of...
It looks like a bomb being made. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, I thought either like life capsule chamber or, you know...
Isn't that a nuclear bomb? It's called Control the Track.
I don't know. We should probably actually find out from the band. That'd be a good interview to have.
Yeah, it would.
Answer that question.
Cool.
And then it was...
a bit more blissed out then, wasn't it? Chilled things down just to ramp it back up again.
So that was Pijin?
Pijin, P-I-J-N.
We spell things when we don't know how to pronounce them.
You'll learn that.
Yeah.
Please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell.
And that track was called On the Far Side of Morning. Whew.
Far Side of Morning.
Yes.
Or as we call it here in the UK, lunch.
We are now going to hit another highlight, which is the last feature on our usual show. We're very excited about this one because it features one of our like sort of personal favourite bands of all time. So I'm just going to roll tape on that.
You heard it here first on the Mike James Rock Show.
It may happen. It may happen.
Mike James.
You are well done.
You're Devon Dan.
Pat.
Thank you. Right. Enough of this silliness.
Yes.
We mentioned earlier on in the show that we have a feature.
Shall we let it get announced?
Okay. We want you to turn the volume up for this week's That Should Cover It Tune of the Week.
And this week's That Should Cover It track of the week is one that... Wait for it. Dan will squeal when he hears this. It's a cover of Iggy Azalea. Ooh.
Which one?
Black Widow.
Ooh.
And it was by The 100. Yeah! Yeah, The 100. I've been waiting to do that for so long. Oh yeah!
Amazing.
That should cover it. Yeah, but it's just...
Who gave you a soundboard?
We're updating the Mike James Rock Show. We can do all sorts.
Well, I enjoyed the celebratory horn.
We'll just keep going. Yeah! More on that in future shows. So yeah, let's get back to this week's That Should Cover It tune. It is by The 100. It's their version of Black Widow by Iggy Azalea. Enjoy! Got a t-shirt, got the cap, got everything for him.
Got hugs, did press-ups in the mosh
Yeah,
pit.
you did do press-ups. He actually, in the circle pit, he was down there doing the press-ups too.
Yeah.
The 100.
Yeah!
It wasn't actually their cover of Iggy Azalea's Black Widow, which is what we play on the show, but you were still doing... I think it was Unleashed you did the press-ups to.
I mean, it was when they were supporting Papa Roach, and they're fantastic. I believe...
Footage is there somewhere, actually.
Yeah.
I might have to dig that out in the archives.
What I have made already, stat behind us, is what they wore to Bloodstock. Bloodstock, and they wore that.
Peach on stage.
They wore that.
What a dream.
Right? Crazy. Though
Get back together, 100.
It's not the first time we've demanded it.
And the Defiled.
Yeah, but this is why I keep getting my personal, social media blocked by these bands, because I just routinely demand that they get back together, not caring about their personal lives whatsoever. Just like, no, I need you to play for me again, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah. And to be honest, that kind of leads us onto our last set that we had as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which started off with Wage War and Tombstone. And then we said on air that we can't work out what this artwork here is all about.
I can definitely see a face in it.
Yeah, but there's something going on.
Is it like a wooden truss or something? I don't know.
I don't know, tree roots?
It's here. Because
You
the
tell
links
us.
are here.
Comments. So where?
Yeah, comment about it.
Yeah, tell us what you think that looks like. And then the last track of the entire show, and it's probably the last thing that we're going to talk about, was Nothing More with Angel Song.
What?
Because it featured David Draymond from Disturbed.
I'm never getting an interview with him now, am I?
No, probably not.
I have interviewed Disturbed. It wasn't David, but...
I mean, I genuinely still would, but at this point, most of the PRs that book these things know exactly what we're like. So we get good interviews as long as the band like the idea of interviewing us.
Or being interviewed by us.
Yeah.
We're not your standard question and answer.
No. As you can probably tell from some of the shorts that we'll be posting this week, and TikToks, if you want to come find us on TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty much on everything. All the links are below.
And we'll be posting more on this channel throughout the week, and from backstage at Slamdunk next weekend.
Press area themed show.
So this is why we keep saying press the
like, subscribe, and
subscribe. I got it wrong. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for notifications of when our new things drop.